So when they show up in your house with the latest Gucci bag, you too don't scream. Don't scream. I know you love them. Those that say, oh, wow, girl, oh, darling, you did it. No. Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel, The Bulletproof Life. My name is Ronke Odeonwunmi, and as usual, I'm delighted to have you here. Last week, I shared a video on my channel where I talked about the 7 types of friends that are toxic for your finances. The 7 types of friends you don't need to have because they are bad for your finances. And in that video and the comment section of that video, I promised to come back to you with tips and hacks to help you deal with this kind of friends if you have them in your life. So today I'm going to be sharing with you tips and tricks to deal with the 7 types of toxic friends you don't need to have in your life if you already have them in your life. So guys, if you haven't watched that video, scroll down on my channel right after you watch this one, and you can watch that video on my list of favorite videos. It's right there, and it's 7 toxic friends you don't need, and you'll be able to watch that video and enjoy it after this one. So let's get right into this video. What are the tips and tricks I have for you to help you deal with the 7 toxic friends that you don't need because they are messing with your finances? The first thing you need to do once you've identified your toxic friends is to spend less time with them. The less time you spend with them, the less opportunity they have to borrow money from you, to bully you, or to make you feel less than who you actually are. So you need to spend less time with your toxic friends. You don't need to constantly be in your space so that you're constantly telling them things and giving them ammunition for them to carry out the things that are going to impact your finances negatively. So spend less time with your toxic friends. The second thing you need to do is to be confident in your financial decisions. So if you have decided something, you need to be confident in it. If you have decided to put your children in a particular school, be confident in it. If you have decided to take a job that doesn't pay as much as they think you should earn, be confident in your decision. You know why you took that job. You need to have your bills paid. You need to be out of debt. You need to take the next step in your career. Be confident in your financial decisions. If you've decided that you're taking a holiday in a caravan, on a nice farm somewhere, you're doing a staycation, be confident in that decision. Don't start waffling and dilly-dallying just because they've now told you that they are going away to Spain or they are going away to Italy. And oh, why are you doing a staycation? Why are you going to Birmingham? Why are you staying somewhere like that? Why are you having a holiday in a caravan when you can go away? No. Be confident in your financial decisions. Once you've made them, stand by them, irrespective of what the financial bully says to you, irrespective of what the one-upper comes back to you with, irrespective of how much your friend is showing up or making you feel bad. You need to be confident in your financial decisions. The third thing you need to do is to be clear on your financial goals and beliefs. There are some things people will not bring into your space once they are aware of your financial beliefs and goals. If your friend, the enabler who likes to make you spend money you don't have, is aware of the fact that you don't do credit, you don't do debt, you don't borrow money to enjoy, you only borrow money to invest, you don't do this, you don't do that with money, then they know the kind of person you are in terms of your financial beliefs, and that will determine again how they treat you. So you need to be clear about your financial beliefs and goals. You need to be vocal about your financial beliefs and goals. You need to be clear on where you stand. You as a person as well, when they are making those financial decisions that are not palatable, that are not correct, when you're silent, you're agreeing. Silence is agreement. When you're silent, you're agreeing. So the next time they come around and try to foist their financial mistakes on you or try to carry you along with those financial mistakes, then it becomes difficult for you to step away, because the time when you were supposed to speak up, the time when you're supposed to say, actually, I don't believe in that. I don't want to take a holiday on credit. Or why are you taking a holiday on credit? If you'd ask them once, if you challenge their own financial decisions, if you challenge the financial mistakes they are making and say things like, why are you taking a holiday on credit? They won't invite you to do the same, because the fact that you've challenged them has shown where you stand. So you as a person, you need to be clear about your financial beliefs to your friends. It does not mean you should share your financial plans with them. It does not even mean you need to share your goals with them. You just need to be clear on what you stand for and what you stand against. So if you are somebody who doesn't believe in playing the lottery, say so. If you don't believe in Forex, say so. If you come on my timeline on Instagram, you will find me saying clearly, I don't want to do Forex. I don't want to do Forex. I don't want to do Forex. It doesn't mean the Forex guys have stopped coming in my DM, but it just means that nobody's getting angry with me. Nobody's upset because Ronke is saying no constantly. Even people who are close to me, they're not upset. And the people who are close to me who do Forex, they don't bother asking me because they know that I'm not going to do it. I don't need to explain it to them individually because I've been clear about my financial beliefs. So you need to be clear about your financial beliefs with your friends. The next thing you need to do with your financially toxic friends is that you should avoid competing with them. This is especially important with your friend that likes to show off, the one that likes to show you where they're going, what they're doing, what they've just bought. You must refuse to compete with them. You must also refuse to compete if you have the kind of friend that likes to one-up you. You know, when you buy something, they buy something better. Refuse to compete. Refuse to join them in that journey. The moment you refuse to compete, you've taken away the delight of what they're trying to do, and they're less likely to do it with you. They will find other people to do it with, and they will avoid you as a person. Don't compete. Additionally, if you go out on outings with your toxic friends, if you go out to hang out with them in a group and they are part of the group, try and carry cash. This is particularly applicable to friends that borrow. Carry cash. Leave the card at home. If the card is not with you, then you can only pay for what your cash can cover. This also applies to the friends that try to get you to spend more than you have. If you are carrying cash, they can't make you spend money you don't have because it's cash. And if they attempt to borrow you money, which they will do because, you know, they are enabling you, they want to enable you to behave badly. They will say, don't worry, I'll lend you the money. Don't worry, refuse to borrow. Refuse to borrow. This is where your financial beliefs come into play. Just say no. I don't borrow money to have fun. I don't borrow money to enjoy. Now, you've clarified it. You have not said you don't borrow money at all, in case you're somebody who would want to borrow money from them in future. I'm not saying shut the door completely on their ability to help you, but I'm saying tell them, no, I don't borrow money to have fun. We're just having a few drinks. I don't need to borrow to do that. I'll just do as much as I can with the cash that I have on me. So if you've gone out of the house with £20, then you're having £20 worth of drinks. If you've gone out of the house with £40, then that's how much you want to spend on lunch. And you're not going to finish lunch and it's actually, let's go and see a movie. Or actually, let's pop into the designer outlet mall. Let's see what we can get. Or you don't have any money. You've got just £40 and you just had lunch with it. Or you just had dinner with it. And so that's that. You're not going to be able to do anything extra like seeing a movie. So it's very important that you bear this in mind. If you go out in a group where your financially toxic friends are part of the group, then you need to carry cash. You need to be clear that you don't want to borrow. You need to be clear that all the cash you have is just enough to do a certain amount of things, and then you do have to go away now. And that will help you in dealing with them in a situation where they will have borrowed money from you or they will have made you spend more than you have. Another good tip for dealing with toxic friends who impact your money is for you to become disinterested in their spending. Become disinterested in their financial achievements. So when they show up in your house with the latest Gucci bag, you too don't scream. Don't scream. I know you love them. Those that say, oh, wow, girl, oh, darling, you did it. No, no, that is why they keep coming back to you. That is why they keep bringing that bag and that wristwatch and that bracelet to show you. Because you are giving them the reaction that they need. Be disinterested. I'm not saying that you should be so cold that they're going to think, this person is a hater. Even though they might end up doing that at the end of the day. But you need to be a little bit more disinterested than you've been in the past. You need to stop asking questions as well. You as a person, you are the enabler of the friend that is showing off. Maybe you as well. Maybe you are the busybody friend. You're always asking questions. You're always saying, how much did you buy that one? What did you spend on it? What did it cost you? How much did you earn? And then when they answer you, it becomes showing off. So perhaps you have a role to play as well in this relationship. Don't be a busybody. So don't ask questions. Become disinterested. Allow them to live their lives. Once you are disinterested, it's very difficult for the person that's showing off to show off. Let me give you a completely unrelated example. People that post their goods and their things that they have and their houses on Instagram, for example, the only people that are impacted by their showing off are the people who are scrolling. So somebody who doesn't have Instagram, or somebody who doesn't come on Instagram, so that person is completely disinterested, is not aware of what they're up to. And that is a little bit of how you should be with your friends that show off. You need to become disinterested in their showing off. You need to not encourage it. You need to not be the friend that's screaming and shouting and going wow, 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 like an ambulance. No, become completely disinterested. Let it go. It's their stuff. Your stuff is good enough for you. Their stuff is good enough for them. When you have successes, underplay them. Yes, underplay your successes. Don't bang on about how much you're earning at your new job. Don't bang on about how much your house costs, about how much you've spent renovating your house. Don't bang on about all of those things. They are successes for you. They make you happy, but sometimes they can bring out the toxicity in your toxic friends. They can give them the ammunition they need to want to one-up you, to want to pressurize you, to want to bully you in other areas. I mean, if you have so much money to do a renovation, why are you driving a banger? That they are refusing to consider the fact that you have priorities. If you have so much money to send your children to private school and they are going to an elite school, why is your house so small? Why is your house so simply done up? Why are you always going to Primark? And so all of those things, sometimes you are the one providing the ammunition for those friends to bully you, to pressure you, or to enable bad behavior. So you as a person, you also need to learn to not share your successes in large detail. It's great to share successes. That's what we have friends for. So I'm not saying you should not tell them your successes at all. We need somebody to celebrate successes with us. That's the normal thing to do as human beings. But don't overplay your hand. Don't keep talking about those successes. If you share them, and they've said, oh, great, congrats, that's it. It's not that you should find a way to weave it into every conversation. I remember the last time I was in my daughter's school. I remember the last time I was in my son's school. Their school, they do polo. Their school, they do fencing. So we went there to watch fencing that day. And I was carrying my Gucci bag. And I was parking my Range Rover outside. And somebody was like, oh, Mrs. Peter, oh, come and park beside me. You're showing off. You're the show-off friend now. And if you show off, because your friends might feel resentful, it can bring out their own bullying side as well. So while I'm giving you tips and tricks to deal with your friends, some of it also requires that you not be the toxic friend in the relationship. So underplay your successes. Another tip that will help you deal with financially toxic friends once you have identified them is for you not to ask them for advice. Don't ask them for financial advice. Don't ask them if you should buy something or if you should invest in something or if you should not do something with your money. Enabler friends are likely to enable you to spend money you shouldn't spend. You know that friend we go to when we want to do something bad. You want to go on that holiday you can't afford. You want to buy that unnecessary jacket. It's going to be the 10th one, but you so love it. So you don't go to your practical, sensible friends. You go to the enabler. You go to the friend that will tell you to YOLO, you only live once, and that jacket is good on you, girl. You go to that friend. You know what you're doing. What you need to do is stop asking that friend for financial advice because you already know that they will enable you to do the wrong things. Stop asking your friends for financial advice if they are toxic because you don't know. They might give you the wrong advice. And it could be because they just want to bully you. It could be because they just want to put you under pressure. If you have identified a friend as a financially toxic friend, you shouldn't ask them for financial advice. Which brings me to the next point. You need to accept the possibility that your friend has a hidden agenda. Now, your friend is your friend, but at the same time, your friend might have a little bit of resentment for you for one reason or the other. And that might also mean they have a hidden agenda. And if your friend thinks you're doing too well and you shouldn't really be doing that well, they're not likely to give you financial advice that is going to benefit you because they don't want you to do better than you're doing right now. They want to see how you will cope if you have financial troubles. Because after all, you don't have any financial troubles. That's why you're living the kind of life you're living. If you too, you have some financial troubles, we'll see what you will do. And I'm not trying to make you paranoid. I'm not trying to tell you there's a boogeyman behind every door. I don't believe that either. But sometimes your toxic friends have hidden agendas. And you have to bear that in mind as you share your successes, as you talk about your plans, as you ask them for financial advice. You need to bear in mind that sometimes our friends have hidden agendas. Don't do business with those friends. That's my next tip for you. You don't want to do business with them. It relates a bit to the hidden agenda thing. You can't completely trust them with money. It also relates to the fact that they've shown you their hand. If somebody is a borrower, always borrowing money from you but never returns it, why do you want to do business with them? They're going to spend business money. If somebody is the kind of friend that enables you to make poor financial choices, those poor financial choices are going to be made in the business that you're doing with them, because that's just who they are. They make poor financial choices, and you are here trying to do business with that friend. No, you don't do business with them. If you have identified a friend as being financially toxic, don't start a business with them. Don't run a business with them. Don't do a side hustle with them. Do your side hustle alone or with a friend who is financially responsible. So that's another tip for you. Don't do business with them. This relates a little bit to being clear on your financial beliefs, and it's that you should stay focused on your own agenda. If you are focused on your agenda, which means you as a person also need to articulate your agenda. What do you want to do with your money? What do you want to achieve with your money? Do you want to invest? Are you putting money in a pension? Are you saving money for a business? Are you saving for school? Be clear on your financial agenda to yourself, and then stay focused on that agenda. If you are focused on your agenda, it's very hard for somebody to come along and push you into poor financial choices because you're focused. If you're focused on your agenda, it's very difficult for somebody to come along and borrow the money you're trying to save up to go to school because you're focused on that agenda. So when they ask you for a loan, you remember immediately that the money you're saving is not yours to spend. So it's easier for you to say no. And that brings me to the next point. Say no. Refuse to budge. Just say no. Say no. You have to work your no muscle. No is a complete sentence. It's a complete sentence. If you don't take anything away from this video, take that away. No is a complete sentence. You don't need to justify your no. You don't need to explain your no. Say no to that expensive outing. Say no to that expensive jacket. Say no to the money they're trying to borrow from you. Say no to things that will impact your finances negatively. Say no to bad financial advice. When they tell you, don't accept that job, it's below your level. People will now see you working as a receptionist in that very public place. They will realize it's you. You know you are popular on Instagram. All the people that went to uni with us and all the people that went to secondary school with us, they will see you there. Don't take that job. Say no. Say no to that advice. Learn how to say no. Don't budge. Refuse to budge. Draw a line. Draw a line and stand with it. One of the quotes my mom forced me to learn when I was a teenager. My mom has a knack of forcing you to learn things like quotes. She'll just say, go and learn that quote, go and learn that quote. And that's in addition to Bible verses. Don't get me started. And the quote was, if you don't stand for anything, you will fall for everything. And she'd make me say that. If you don't stand for anything, you'd fall for everything. And that's a way of teaching me how to say no. Stand for something. Stand for something. Let your no be your no. It will stand you in good stead as you deal with your toxic friends. And the very last point I have to share with you is for you to reduce how many of them you have in your life. Only you one. You are the one that has the friend that enables bad decisions. You are the one that has the urgent 2K friend that's always borrowing money. You are the one that has the user in your life. You are the one that has the friend who's competing with you. You are the one that has the friend who's bullying you. You need to review your friendship circle. You need to look at the people in your space and ask yourself, what am I doing with these people? There's a saying, I'm really doing a lot of sayings today, that you're the sum of the closest 5 people you have in your life. So my question is this: if the closest people in your life, the 5 people that are close to you, are toxic people, are you toxic? Are you like that as well? Because, they say birds of a feather flock together. Okay, I need to stop with the sayings. I need to stop. But seriously, birds of a feather flock together. So if you have a lot of toxic friends in your life, you need to review your friendship circle. You need to ask yourself what you're doing, and you need to start distancing yourself away from people who are toxic for your finances. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's added value to you. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me, because I think that's the best part for me, knowing that when you're watching this video, you're hanging out with me, and I love it so much. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it by pressing the red button on your right. Don't forget to press the bell so you can get notifications every time I share a video, and I do that on Mondays and Thursdays. If you haven't pressed like on this video, smash the like button, please, so that YouTube can share this video with other people like you. There's a little over 2,000 of us here on this channel subscribed, and I'm grateful. I appreciate you, and I love having you here. Until my next video, you take care of yourself and keep living that bulletproof life. Bye-bye.